Okay, I got well, maybe some good news. Helium Deploy emailed me and they might want to do a collaboration with me, so I thought I would get a video going, because I'm a bit out of practice, just to make sure the setup works. A lot of people have sort of gone quiet. Helium Deploy, we always remember Helium from the Bobcat days. I'll try to keep it a quick video, sort of sales focused really, because that would be what a collaboration would mean. It means a bit more like I'm selling it than I'm just a punter, as it were. Bobcat, I mean, I wouldn't say that would ruin my idea about it. I mean, Helium, it happened, so it sort of was around for 2 years or so, and wasn't that much happening. The price was getting kind of decent, and then, like everything, it seemed to go down the pan. But Helium's a name we know anyway, so at least that's something. Everyone I heard ages ago about the 5G thing, and it was like, oh, they're going to do something real, because the 5G mobile makes more sense to people. It's like the Internet of Things is a bit geeky, is a bit weird. It's the sort of thing that you'd connect your electricity meter, because I've got smart meters, and the Helium Internet of Things with the old Bobcat. It's the sort of thing that your electricity company use to connect your meter to their network, because I don't think they use 5G or anything. Well, certainly if they do use their own 5G, it doesn't use my mobile source or my Wi-Fi when I connect my electricity meter. It's automatic meter readings. That's the sort of thing Helium Bobcat was for. But a lot of people, I'm not sure if there's that much money in it. Whereas you tend to think, well, you pay maybe £50, $50 a month for your mobile data and everything. So maybe this seems more real world, doesn't it? Or it's more normal to people. But the famous thing about this is, like, well, when it's going to come to the UK, Moken is the token, and it sort of, I don't know, nothing happened, and with the crypto sort of slump or bear market, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, I sort of forgotten about it. I was doing my solar stuff, which I'm quite happy with. February is quite a good month for solar, but that's another video. But with Moken, this is the new website which turned up. Moken.io. I put my details in for early access, but I didn't receive any response yet. I mean, I hope that I'm just making this video because I spoke to them, and you see that's like a marketplace. The Hex Crypto has done a video on this. It's quite good. I mean, if I could get one, it's a marketplace basically, and you can perhaps select your one. I don't know if I'm going to be issued a free one. I really hope I am. So it would be so good for my channel, because I don't get many free products to review. So it's like, if I'm not making any money on Chia or Ethereum or Helium, if I'm not making any money on them, how can I make videos? People don't want to watch a video where crypto is going down. So they want something new. Maybe Moken is the thing for them. But yeah, the earnings could be anything really. I mean, it's currently valued quite low. I think you're making about 13, 11 pounds, 12 pounds, $15 a day. It depends where the radio is, of course. And I mean, it's very early days because Moken isn't, it hasn't been formally released. It's still in this Genesis period thing. It's not on any exchanges, so it's difficult to say what the price will be. I want to make it'll be the video they probably want will be the buy now, before it's too late. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but it's just to be aware. Chia was wrong really for the public. It shouldn't have really gone to the public. See, they called it pump and dump, whereas people bought all these hard drives and then boom, it's gone down. So you might bear in mind, might want to buy and sell your Moken really early when the price is good, rather now it's just like gone down so much. It's hardly worth the electricity. This Chia, it's hardly worth keeping the computer on. That's why I got into solar, because it's started to be not worth putting the computer on. It's Helium, the same. When did I get my? I think I got it. Yeah, I probably got it then when it was quite high. The Helium was worth quite a lot. Yeah, $25 rings lots of bells for me. But then I had the problem with the Helium was the Bobcat didn't work, and it was really awkward to return it and get a new one. And by that time that came, it'd probably gone. Look, I'd sort of missed the opportunity, to be fair. I missed the rush. I mean, I don't know what the future of Helium is now, but I thought I'd just show you that. But at least there's no, with Moken it's going to be no electricity cost, because that's the problem with Chia. I mean, Helium was a good idea, but I don't know if it's oversubscribed, I mean, even in my town, there's, it is all over town, and you get 2 or 3 in one area, so that's not so cool. And it's the same with Ethereum. I mean, this is when I started at a good time. I don't know if I helped the pump. It's a bit self-indulgent, but it's probably when what I did, I think I did sell my Ethereum high, but I sold it for Bitcoin, and these graphs sort of mirror it. I mean, you can't do graphics cards anymore. I mean, one more thing I would say is I expected Ergo and things like that to replace Ethereum mining, but nothing seems to be worth your electricity. It's cheaper to buy the coin than mine the coin. That's why there's no mining videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's why I haven't done many videos, because you can't GP mine. Bitcoin, I mean, now it's easy to say, looking back, when it was £45,000, let alone dollars, when it's worth less than half that. I mean, maybe I haven't got a huge amount of Bitcoin anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it's I mean, Bitcoin's more of a long-term asset, they're saying, but a lot of people are going to wish they sold it high rather than hanging on to it low, And how long are we going to have to wait to get back up here? I mean, I hope it's a different year. I hope the banks get back behind the currencies. A lot of people say, why why do they fall? You know, what's going on? I mean, I don't. It's confusing. YouTube confuses people, but one main thing that sticks out to me is if the big banks buy huge quantities of it, you see, and they control the market. So a lot of them said the Mellon Bank, the American Mellon Bank, were getting into it. Chase Morgan, the American banks, were getting into it at this stage, yeah. So they've bought it all up. So there's not much liquidity. There's not much. The supply that you can buy on the exchange, there's not so much. So the price gets inflated. And then when they sell, when the bank says, right, okay, we've made all our money, the bank goes, because they're the professionals, and they sell huge quantities, and you know, then it goes down. That's the way I understand it. They call them whales, you know, just big, massive amounts. So the small punter, you know, usually misses the trend, you know. But you know, you hold on to your Bitcoin, maybe it will go back up to what it was. So it's Moken. I mean, I filled out these things, I hope for some information. Last thing I would say, keep this video quite short. If you could have like a 20% stake, because it's $2,500, and I don't know if people want more of like a $500 price to spend, you know, like the same amount as money as a Bobcat. So maybe you could have you know, you could share a radio and you get 20% of the earnings. I don't know, you know, if they could, I mean, you could probably do that with your friends or something. It's one way of doing it, but you know, it'd be nice to have a proper software way of doing it where, you know, solo people can buy 20% of a miner. And the other last thing I was going to say about securing Moken for the future, so it doesn't drop. Perhaps you should have to hold the token for a year, maybe, or 2 years, where you can't sell it, so you don't get loads of the token on the exchanges. So you get a crazy graph where it goes up really high and then pumps and it dumps back down. So maybe more like a fixed, you know, stock market sort of approach would be better, where you don't you have to hold this stuff, you know, for 2 years, and then maybe you can sell it, and then everyone wouldn't be at 2 years sell-off point because they bought it at different times. But anyway, let's hope that Moken will work with me, and hope that I can show you more, actually show you a miner on the website. Okay, peace out guys, take care.